travelers of time and thought. You're listening to Arkcast, the podcast that explores the edges of reality, memory, and multidimensional truth. In this special series titled Quantum Time Travel and the Butterfly Effect, we'll dive into the mysteries of nonlinear time, quantum entanglement, and how even the smallest change in the past could echo across futures we haven't imagined yet. Whether you're a seasoned seeker or just curious about how the quantum universe might bend around your consciousness, you're in the right timeline.
Gabriella doesn't fly. She remembers, and the sky responds. Above the spa fields of Clititius, she floats, tethered gently to 6 helium-infused balloons, each one softly pulsing with a hue named after an ark she helped heal. Trust Rebound, Book 4. Reconciliation, Echoes of Book 6. Alt-Tony Recovery, Pre-Forgiveness, Pending. The 7th, unnamed, for now. These aren't props. They're emotional calibrators. They glow when she remembers. They rise when she releases. And they don't carry her. They follow. The emotional ascent balloons are each encoded with the harmonic fingerprint of a healed timeline wound, subtly tied to Gabriella's memory patterns. Their behavior is tied to Gabriella's willingness to release emotional tension, not intention. When fully released, the balloons open access to Book 13's emotional ascent corridor, allowing heart-driven story progression. Gabriella, and any observer, must choose to let the balloons rise fully, or cling to the beauty of the floating moment. Letting go of the final balloon opens the emotional ascent corridor, progressing the inner arc into Book 13's upper heart plot, a region of emotional integration and narrative flowering. Holding on too tightly causes the balloons to trigger echo loops, replaying old dialogue, subtle shame memories, and unresolved emotional tension across earlier books. Gabriella arrives late to rehearsal. No one minds, because she's floating in on butterfly wings, so precise they make time itself hold its breath. The wings shimmer with layered refractions of every decision ever regretted and forgiven. Naturally, Alt-Tony tries to recreate Gabriella's wings using fig wrappers, duct tape, and bravado. It goes poorly. Say Tony A, recognizing meme potential, choreographs a TikTok dance called Butterfly Flap Check, which involves wing poses, emotional avoidance, and one actual slap. Blah, meanwhile, puts on a headset and directs a short musical scene titled When Butterflies Laugh Too Loud. It opens strong, ends in glitter. Possibly wins something. But beneath the comedy lies the truth. Gabriella's wings aren't for show. They're dimensional stabilizers disguised as elegance, controlling micro-causal fluctuations with every flutter. Key developments: butterfly wing mechanics. Each flap aligns dimensional memory streams, stabilizing misaligned characters and healing paradox gaps. Any attempt to replicate the wings results in cosmetic failure and narrative pollen overload. Mocking the sacred mechanics of the wings causes every character entrance to be paired with clouds of pollen, often metaphorical, occasionally sneeze-inducing. Major conflict or decision. The cast must decide how to approach the wings. Flap in rhythm. Syncing respectfully with the wings enables memory alignment, letting characters recall who they were across alternate timelines, resolving forgotten arcs. Mock the flap, triggering the reverse moth effect, a consequence that causes every future character entrance to be accompanied by a burst of pollen, literal or narrative, until someone writes a sincere apology in cursive. Alt-Tony's fig wing explodes mid-pose. Say Tony A starts sneezing plot points from Book 5.
The Ark of Reimagined Echoes by Nadastrol. Read free on Amazon now.
Inside the launch silo suspended above the moon's resonance plate, Gabriella steps into a frame made of foamium, a compound invented by CLIT engineers. It is invisible until touched, weightless, yet somehow heavier than steel when misaligned. Foamium doesn't hold you. It reflects you, and then decides how to help. This particular frame is attuned to Gabriella's heartbeat, her unresolved thoughts, and the curvature of her spine as she prepares to enter Book 13. Each subtle motion is recorded in harmonic encoding: twist, alignment correction, curve, encoded trajectory, breath, fuel. Tony watches as the structure adapts, then tightens. Foamium is not kind when denied purpose. Key developments: Foamium interface, a rare CLIT-engineered material that absorbs intention and emotion, storing it as trajectory data. Heartbeat-guided calibration. The frame adjusts in real time to biometric truth, not preference. Any self-deception causes the material to stiffen or drift. Trajectory encoding mechanism. When properly aligned, the Foamium Frame generates a launch arc readable by Book 13's mythic AI gate, unlocking specific flight patterns only accessible through full emotional transparency. Major conflict or decision. Gabriella must maintain perfect mental form resonance within the Foamium Frame to unlock Flight Pattern 13, the winged opening of the next arc, a literal and symbolic liftoff into the narrative shell of Book 13. Perfect form launches the user into a high-fidelity opening arc, where plot wings unfold as extensions of character breath, enabling immediate impact within the next book's mythic sequence. Improper posture or intent triggers narrative drift. The launch proceeds, but the character floats in metaphysical orbit until they confess to unresolved symbolic weight, which may now appear as visual hallucinations or talking metaphors. Gabriella rises. At first it's subtle, then the light wave folds behind her like wings made of forgiveness. The sky darkens. Her wings glow like cosmic auroras. The music hits. Opera collides with glitch core, fusing sacred tones with chaotic electricity. Blah, looking up with disbelief, screams "MOTHRA" as tears fall, each one becoming a tiny echo of divine conflict. Say, Tony A., gripping his notebook, tries to write a poem, but faints halfway through, the words slipping from his pen like quantum sand. Alt Tony, unperturbed, records the event in 8K on a holo camera and posts it directly to the Akashic feed, adding Hasmok MOTHRA moment as the title. The scene is pure visionary spectacle, perfectly synced and ominously awe-stricken. Gabriella's ascension protocol. MOTHRA isn't just a physical rise, it's a dimensional shift. Every flap of her wings creates a pulse that vibrates between worlds. Music fusion event. Opera and glitchcore combine to channel divine chaos, invoking both grace and disruption. Gabriella's very presence rewrites aesthetic laws. Akashic feed upload, ALT. Tony's post is time-stamped and uploaded to the Cosmic Library, broadcasting a dimension-wide meme that connects timelines through the shared beauty of ascension. Ride the MOTHRA wave. You unlock aesthetic immunity. Your next arc's visual composition becomes automatic and mind-blowingly stunning. Every scene is an epic cinematic experience, visually flawless, pulling you into the Book 13 fold with style and grace. Resist the rise. You are trapped in a grayscale subplot. Your character becomes a sketch, existing in muted tones, unable to perceive or create beauty. To escape, you must apologize to beauty itself and perform a dramatic, poetic reconciliation with the universe's color palette.
Thank you for walking with us through the folds of time. If this episode sparked new thoughts or rewrote a few old ones, please consider liking, sharing, and leaving a review wherever you listen to podcasts. Your engagement helps keep the signal strong and the arc aligned. You can find full episodes, bonus material, and timeline diagrams at arkofalignments.com. Until next time, remember, the future doesn't wait. It listens.